Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a request for Thomas, who wanted the Gundam Unit 5 in Johnny Ridden colors. Just said Unit 5, so I went with the standard Unit 5 as opposed to the Unit 5 booster type. Booster type is a little bit more geared damage-wise towards its double beam sabers, and this is more, as I recall, the stats are more weighted towards the shooting, because it is really good at shooting things. It has the Hyper Beam Rifle, at least that's what I'm using, because I do like my beam rifles, and this is one of the better ones, at least in terms of damage output. It's also got a Gatling gun with 150 rounds, which you can put out a good amount of sustained damage to basically anything you can get your sights on and keep them there. I'm kind of lingering beside the rocks, so I have cover from the enemies approaching on my left. But also just, they're really not, nothing else really is close enough or has a good line of sight on me yet, so I think something just tagged my shield, but that's about it. Crouching will, I've talked about shield positioning quite a bit, but crouching does put your shield in front of you generally, so it's defensively just a little better. Followed up the beam rifle with the beam spot gun, and trying to get the kill, not going to quite get it. I think somebody else manages to grab it, and that's fine, because I've almost overheated all my weapons trying to do it, so. The Gatling does really pretty good damage, and also has a really long reload time, so it's, once it's empty, you kind of have to make use of your other weapons. But yeah, I'm just gonna plant my feet and try and take down that support back there. It is a raid, obviously, but it's a shooting raid. They do exist, and it's probably my preference, honestly. I don't mind a melee raid. I don't think I'm as good with them as shooting raids in general, especially ones with the beams. But, okay, there's that. Gonna try and land a charged shot there, which I did. Gatling is finally empty, and landed that tackle. Knocked that GPO-1 down. I would ordinarily go for a downswing on a downed enemy like that, but because of the uneven pavement there, it's just one of those things where I'm pretty sure it would not reach. So if I were to attempt that, I would just have swung at the air and not done any damage. Got another assist there. Very assist round so far. I've done just enough, or not quite enough damage to make some kills, but I am trying to stick with the team and shoot what they shoot, which I've talked about recently. It's just one of those, it's the piece, like the number one piece of advice I give to new players. It's a piece of advice I often have the hardest time following myself. So yeah, it's just something you have to make a conscious effort to do every once in a while when you're playing. Get yourself in that mindset, and then things get easier. As you can see, we're doing really well so far. That Dovin Wolf is not going to do too well because it's isolated, and it's going to try to take the point. I don't think it's going to make it. This time I've crouched too far forward, and I have a lot of targets I can shoot, but I also am, as you can see, taking a lot of damage. So, time to get back, so I have a little bit of cover from the left, and okay, they managed to take out my shield. They are paying more attention to me now. So I'm going to have to hopefully not be too stubborn about targeting this one person and move on. Right now, that's just a theory. I'm kind of getting, targeting this heavy Gundam pretty heavily. So, let's see, there is somebody over there. I think the heavy Gundam has moved, so it did, but I caught something for 2700. There's the heavy Gundam, pretty certain. But, okay, yep, got caught with a beam from my left. From the color, it's likely that's that Phaz. So, I could take that Phaz probably, but not with all the other things too, and me being low on health. So it's one of those things. It's also hard to stun. Build stun is the better way to do it, because it's instant stun. You have to have a couple of quick stun attacks hit to do anything with that. But enough Gatling bullets, you can do quite a bit. It is charging its Mega Beam Launcher, so luckily it missed me, I think, because I did not get staggered. But ace selection is soon. Pretty sure it's not going to be me, and that's fine, but just on the off chance I somehow got enough assists to be the ace, I figured I'd take the death. Also, that'll get me in time to hopefully meet up with and guard whoever the ace actually is. So yeah, Johnny Ryden's color scheme, of course, is mostly red and black with a little bit of let's say yellow-orange, and I went a little bit more to the reddish side of yellow-orange just because I wanted to make it a little bit different from just the same yellow that every Gundam has, so hopefully I accomplished that. I don't think it stands out from the red as much as it otherwise might, though. But let's see, 9209 to 5290. The Faz is the enemy ace. Whatever that is taking pretty good damage. Well, I think I said there is a heavy Gundam as well. I think there may be 3 supports on this team, which is great news for me. And I managed to take out the Faz. The standard G05 does not have a dodge roll. The booster does. But I have maneuver armor, and I have to pretty much do with that, which means that since the Dryson is fast and has a good reach, and is a general, kind of hard to fight sometimes. This is after the patch. This is after the Dryson got its hit points reduced by a good amount. And yeah, I stopped. That was conscious and intentional. I swear that I just held my fire and, let the ace take the kill. The ace, however, yeah, a little bit far up front and is taking some damage. I'm too focused right now on stopping the enemy ace. But our ace does have some bodyguards, so if I can keep myself from getting killed by the Faz, that would be good. Right now, failing at that pretty much. But Dryson must not have had a bazooka shot ready, because it had a chance. But okay, and I finally figured out where the ace was and that they were in danger, so I did what I should have been doing before. I risked taking the kill because I was hoping the ace could get it. The ace did get it, but I don't think the ace or I are going to live too much longer for the trouble. Just going to pump all my bullets into this Dryson while I have time. And another good shot, and somebody got it. Don't think it was the ace, but it doesn't matter if at this point. Best if it's the ace, but yeah, we've got a 2-to-1 lead, so not a huge thing. Now with a minute left, I am kind of vulnerable. So since there's no enemies on my radar, I'm going to stop and repair. But actually, something more important I can do than repair myself. I'm going to get up there and speed up the ace's repair, because our ace, the Zeta Plus C1 here, yeah, that's the person we most need to keep alive, the person who's worth the most points. So since nobody's around, since repairing is feasible at the moment, especially with the enemy ace dead, so no way to score higher points in our team without them, I'm just going to get as much as I can for the ace and get back to my own mobile suit when they move out. So 20 seconds left. They're almost at full health, and I swear their health dipped down, so the enemy might have them in sight, so it's time for me to get to my mobile suit. I probably won't have time to do anything else useful, but I think I did a pretty good job, and I, was able to at least make up for my not protecting the ace as strongly as I should have earlier, so that's something. And didn't land a shot before the round ended, but yeah, I did okay support work. I took out the enemy ace a couple of times, and, did right by our ace in the end at least, so I think it's a decent round. I got top assist and top damage at least, so that's pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed it, Thomas, and that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We'll be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! So yeah, I did get a little bit too fixated on the enemy ace there, but I did have an eye on my radar to make sure, for the most part, that our ace was not too isolated. So, like I said, don't feel like I was quite as good at supporting our ace as I could have been, but I definitely could have done worse. Did set up a good kill for them, at least.